Hey
Hey
guys,
guys.
welcome back. Today we are filming episode 11.
Yes.
We have a special guest here today.
We do. You can't see him right now, but you can see him on YouTube in the video version.
Yes, he is. Just hit his head on the wall. He is very interested and he wants to test out the microphone. So I said that he could come in and say hi on the podcast. I'm gonna take my headphones off and let him say hi. I'm gonna come over here and talk in the mic.
Hi.
And say your name.
My name's Bryce.
Yeah, how old are you?
4.
Did you do it? Did you like it?
He was
Yeah?
super
Yes.
excited to try out the podcast equipment. Look at you looking like a little podcaster.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything you want to say to the people? No?
Oh, now he's shy.
Now you're shy? You don't have anything you want to say?
I'm not shy.
You're not? You're all done? Okay. All right. See you later, dude.
Ooh,
This
Don't
is stuck.
drag the cords with you.
All right. Make sure you shut the door.
He was like, "Oh no, this is real."
Bye.
That was the same way we reacted when we were on the radio the first time.
That
we
is
were like, "What?"
That's the youngest. Tiffany's bonus son. And my husband and I's son, he will be 5 in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Such a big
Um,
boy.
It was crazy though to hear like you guys talking and how quiet we're actually talking and how loud we sound on the podcast. Because you guys were like whispering. It was not very loud at all.
Just now?
Uh-huh.
Oh. I think because we're still trying to figure out these freaking microphones.
But we sound so loud in the mic.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, when I'm talking into it, I'm like, damn, I kind of feel loud. Maybe I'm not loud. I don't know.
It's nice.
We're figuring it out.
It's nice because now we're not disrupting anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, there's like a cat here or something.
I love that for you.
Just bringing a little bit of home with me. So we were talking about possibly, I know with a lot of like podcasts and stuff, they have like segments. And I really wanted to do something that was going to inspire people to be a little more positive and maybe do something, and not just for other people, for yourself, because I think as moms we really neglect ourselves when it comes to self-care because we're so busy taking care of other people.
Yes.
So I think we should start doing something. We don't know what it's called yet, so we were going to ask you guys if you listen to other podcasts who have certain or things kind of like this, where we talk about something that we've either done for ourselves or someone else that's positive.
Yes.
And we're each going to say something from the week prior, like, oh, I took a nap, for myself, my self-care. Or
girl, that might be my positivity of every single week. Nap time. Yes, please.
Yeah, or something else, like I put the lady next to me's cart away at Target, something positive that you can, just little tiny things you could do for either your community or for yourself. Take care of yourself, your kids, whatever. And then we're going to put on our Instagram and our Facebook and have people like write in something that they've done, and then we'll talk about it and shout them out on our podcast.
You're going to catch me at Monday night at 11:59 trying to help an old lady cross the road, so I have something for the segment.
Can't with you. I can't with you. I'm over you.
Just say it and be like, oh no, I don't have anything. I'll be like, who needs help?
Yeah, we'll be like, how many naps did I take this week?
Yeah, so give us
your
your
thoughts. I did a courtesy flush before I left the toilet.
You're welcome. So yes, tell us your ideas. Tell us maybe a name of what we can call it. We've seen many similar names, people doing similar segments, calling it certain things, and we wanted to choose a more unique name. So give us an idea. We don't really listen to a lot of podcasts, so we don't know how people do like it's like mini segments within a segment. But we would love to hear some ideas of what you guys want to see us do.
Yes. And if you have a better idea, I was just thinking of something to, kind of force us to do a little bit more self-care or something positive for someone else.
Yes.
And the community do the same, because then they get a shout out on the podcast.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be just venting. We don't really have a topic, but we got a lot of things we got to say. Okay.
I know.
A lot of things. Like she said yesterday, she's like, we should vent, because she had one topic she wanted to vent about. And I was like, let me come up with my points and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Yeah. Girl, I texted you like 6 things this morning. I was like, actually, let me tell you this. I got a lot to say.
Yep.
So I think you should start with the original one and we should go from there. Like the original thing that you wanted to talk about.
Okay. So yeah, so we're going to start. So I just got my first ever bikini wax.
See, that's positive. That's a self-care thing.
I don't know if it's like self-care or like,
Lazy?
Lazy.
I'm just kidding.
Rude.
No, girl, I get so much razor burn. Like, I should probably invest in a bikini wax.
Self-inflicted pain. Because I've never got anything like this before. Mind you, I'll be honest, this is going to be, it's not inappropriate or anything, a little more
Girl,
raunchy.
marked explicit, it's fine.
Oh, I'm trying to think, did I mark as explicit last time? Yes, I did. I think I did. So I originally went in for a Brazilian wax, and she was like, yeah, you're not like, you're supposed to wait 2 weeks without shaving in order to do a Brazilian wax. And she's like, this doesn't look like it's enough hair or anything like that. I'm like, my husband says otherwise, but whatever. So she was like, we could just do a Brazilian wax instead. I was like, okay.
A bikini wax.
Or a bikini wax.
Yeah.
And she's like, have you ever had a wax done before? And I was like, the only thing I ever had wax was my eyebrows. I'm like, that kind of hurts, but it's a few seconds. And she's like, man, you're going to go in for a Brazilian? I was like, I know. I was like, I was very daring. Which I was out of my mind because when she started, the bikini wax. Mind you, I have no idea what to expect, and they really didn't tell you. I tried Googling as fast as I can before it started, but it was too late. She was quicker than anything.
Oh my God.
She had asked me, she was like, can you butterfly yourself? And mind you, I'm like, I don't know what that is. And I was like,
I don't stretch like that.
And then she was telling me, she's like, yeah, you just like spread it open and stretch like that. And I was like, oh no, like, how do I tell her that I'm not flexible? I don't do yoga, and like, I can't do this.
You know what's funny though? So Tiffany and I used to work out. Like, we used to work out at my house, and I've actually seen you stretch like this. That's when you were like, I don't stretch like that. I was like, I don't know if that's something you're telling your husband, and like maybe I should keep that on the DL. But I've seen you do the butterfly, girl, when we're stretching.
I can't, like, so it's one thing to like be standing, like sitting up, like what is that thing called?
Like stretching, like bending down.
Yeah, like you're sitting up, like crisscross applesauce, and like stretching, like doing a butterfly that way, and then like leaning back and doing it.
Oh.
It's a little bit harder because you're kind of like, I don't know, if you're not flexible, like you can feel the muscle straining.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, I don't be doing that all the time. I just be.
I'm really interested in getting one because, like I said, like I get horrible razor burn. But anyway, because I'll get into that when I talk about my experience. So what, you finish?
So yeah, so she did that, did the whole butterfly thing. We figured out, position that was good enough, whatever. And she starts like pulling the hair. I can't, I'm just at a loss for words. That did hurt. The people who say that it doesn't hurt, it does hurt. I was like, damn. And I was trying to play it off too because, she's doing small talk while she's doing this. One made me feel hella uncomfortable because I'm like, when she's just asking me about like where I'm from and what I'm doing. And
I was like, what do you do for work? And you're like, oh, I'm on social media. Girl, could you imagine if you walked in there and she was like, Tiffany, you're from Tampa. I would have been like,
I'd walk out. Yeah. No, thank you. But yeah, she's like having small talk and stuff, and I'm trying to like respond to her, just act like it's normal, like I do this shit all the time. And every once in a while when she would pull, I'm like, ow! And I'm like, ah! And then like I have a really bad habit. Anywhere that I go, if I'm in pain or something, I'm gonna grab you. So I'm grabbing someone that I don't know, and I feel bad because I'm like, don't grab her, Tiffany, like, don't be touching her. But at the same time, I'm like, but it's my little sensitive area. And like the first thing you want to do is be like, hey, like slow down, like be gentle.
How long did it take?
Not even 10 minutes. Honestly, like it was so fast. And I was telling her, I was like, I've gotten tattoos, I've gotten fillers, I've gotten Botox, and I was like, in all of it, I hated it. I hated every single minute of it. I was like, I've passed out when I've gotten lip fillers. I was in pain when I got the tattoo on my arm, and I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this all the time, but yet I keep coming back and keep doing all these things. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, I also have to tell myself that all of this is like a little bit of pain, like temporary. Yeah. But I'm telling you, as soon as she was done with everything and like I went home, like there was no pain afterwards. Like I know she said you could be sore for a few days or a few hours. Like instantly, as soon as she was done, no pain at all. I had jeans on. She's like, most people usually wear loose clothing, so it doesn't bother them. Didn't bother me with the jeans. And when I came home, I was like, damn, I'm smooth like a baby. And I was like, why don't I always do this? But then I'm like, I'm gonna forget the pain when I sign up for that Brazilian and go back and be like, God damn.
I think what's the worst for me is, so I've had my upper lip waxed. My mom used to do waxing. Well, she still does. And my mom used to wax my upper lip. She used to do my eyebrows. And I've had my armpits waxed twice. Mm-hmm. That pain, girl, it's because the hair is so thick and like it's so like densely put together, mm-hmm. which I'm assuming is how your bush is. You know, it's very thick, long hair, like very put together, mm-hmm. Down there. And that's what I'm thinking, like the pain, but like 10 times worse than your armpit. And my armpit, girl, that shit hurt, especially because they don't get all the hair the first time. They have to go in again.
That was the thing, is when she kept having to, like, go back, like, after multiple times to, like, fix the areas, I was like, "Are we done?"
I
Like,
know.
it was hurting, and then sometimes if I, like, would move and, like, because you have to have your skin spread apart, like,
Flat.
as tight as
Mhm.
possible so that they can just get the hair out perfectly without hurting with when your skin gets a little bit loose, and every time I'd move and I realized the skin was a lot looser than it's supposed to be, I'm like, "God
Yeah, I used to just, like, eventually give up. Like, my mom would get, like, my one armpit twice, and I'd be like, "Just pluck it. Just whatever's left, just get some tweezers and pluck it." I'm like, "I cannot do another wax strip."
No, I literally told myself, I was like, "It's fine." I was like, "Cry if you have to cry." I was like, "You could deal with it." I was just telling myself, like, "It's gonna be over in any minute." And it was already over. And I was like, "Man," I was like, "You just gotta, like, bite your tongue for, like, a second because it does hurt." But then as soon as she was done and put the wax strips away, like, there was no pain at all,
Mhm.
no, bleeding or anything like that. So I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I just don't know, like, how people can do, like, full legs, like, waxing."
I
I
know.
don't know if I could sit there. I feel like you would get my ankle, and I'd be like, "I can't do
I
this."
wanna try it. I wanna grab I keep forgetting Tiffany has 2 waxing kits here, and I'm supposed to take one. And my
Yes.
legs, I mean, I'm wearing
I'm
shorts
supposed to
today.
take one.
Feel my
She probably cleaned
legs.
one. Girl, that's nothing like mine. I'm like a little
Oh, yeah, I
porcupine.
feel like I mean, I don't know how long the leg hair has to be, but I kinda low key wanna
They said it has to be a 1/4 inch to do waxing. I know. That's the thing, because it's like a 1/4 inch that I have to go through, like,
You
being
have to grow it
hairy.
out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And it's just like,
I can't do that because we live in Florida. Like, I'm wearing shorts, like, and we
mhm.
have a lot of events we have to go to, and I can't be like, "Okay, don't look at my legs. I'm growing my hair out to be
You have
waxed."
to, like, literally pick it. I don't know,
I
like,
guess your bush is easier because it's like you can, like you're wearing underwear and stuff, unless you're, like,
yeah,
at the beach, but
like the week of, like, when you get your period, that'd be the perfect time. You're not doing anything anyways.
yeah. Yeah, for real. That's true.
Uh,
Like I said, I have very, 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 very sensitive skin, especially on the shins of my leg, like to the point where I when I shave sometimes, like chunks of my skin comes up.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very, very, very painful for me to shave my shins, which is why I have to go like so far in between when I
Mhm,
actually shave. I can't shave every single day because it's just so dry.
mhm.
I can only use like one type of razor. I've tried every razor, and it's a men's razor. Very like one kind of like lotion for my legs because every single other one just like stings and stuff. Like it's a whole thing that I've
Mhm.
figured out over the years to make whatever work. So during COVID, Travis got me laser hair
Mhm.
for my legs because I couldn't. Shaving was just so painful.
Yeah.
Um, First of all, pain level I would say was not bad. Like the first couple treatments I didn't feel it, but so I started it and I got 6 sessions total, but I got 3 sessions in and then COVID happened. So you're supposed to get it religiously like every 6
Yeah.
weeks because you're killing the hair follicle, and if you don't, like the stuff starts to grow back.
You have to start all over again.
You have to start all over again. So I couldn't go for like 3 months. And then I went back as soon as I could when their office opened back up, and they were like, when was your last appointment?" And I was like, your office has been closed for 3 months. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do?" And she was like, "We're gonna have to start over." She's like, "Your hair follicle's starting to grow back." And I was like, "Fuck my life." So that's where I'm at now. So I had my last 3 treatments, but it's basically like nothing really. I mean, I can definitely tell. I mean, I still grow a lot of hair on my legs, but it's nothing like it was before. It's
Mhm.
like some of the hair follicles died, and then some of them, I'm like 75% hairy, if that
I
makes
love
sense.
that for you. She's not a full Sasquatch, just partly. Now my question for that, being that Travis did buy the package thing, are they gonna honor redoing the package, or they're just
No,
literally having you finish it out?
they
Because
did
that's
not.
not technically a complete package.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucked. I mean, I did go to all the sessions, but it again, it's not their fault that they went through a pandemic, so it's like, why
But
I
I
mean,
would think that they would honor it. Like,
I know.
you paid for 6 sessions in a row to remove hair. COVID happened, that was out of your control, or else you would have come. Um, let me restart your 6 package again and
Mhm.
get your money's worth, because essentially the first 3 is money wasted, because I mean, yes,
Yeah.
it did give you less hair, but it's not the full 6 treatments like it's supposed to be.
Yep. No, I agree. They didn't do that.
Shame.
If I was watching the last podcast we posted and I kept like disappearing like off the side of the screen, I'm recovering from being sick and I'm trying not to like cough in the microphone.
It's a lie. She was eating a chicken nugget.
So, oh, like when we were at the beach and Tiffany's unloading the kayak and I had like a chicken wing in my mouth, and I'm like,
I know. I'm just watching you. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
So yeah, I think I want to get laser again. but like actually go. I would love to get laser under my arms, and maybe instead of waxing, I think I want to try getting laser on my cha-cha, that whole area.
I love
front
that.
to back.
I would love to try laser hair. I just know that my hair is a lot thicker, and
That's
I
what
know
it's good
certain
for, though.
things.
You can't get laser if you have thin hair. You have to have thick hair.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
The lighter your hair, you can't get it. You have to have like the darker and thicker your hair, the better the laser is.
Then I am probably the prime candidate.
Yeah.
Um,
Because they were looking at me with my blonde hair, and she's like,
you should be like, it's fake.
because you have to be perfectly shaved when you go in, so they don't see like how thick and long your hair is. You have to be freshly shaved. Like I shaved that morning when you would go in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't have to let your hair grow out. You have to be like as close to the skin as you can. So she's like, "How's your hair?" Because she saw my blonde hair, and I was like, "My hair is dark. Like this is the bottom of my hair, and it's thick, and I have like black hair. Like my body hair is like really, really, really dark."
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know. That's a different podcast, but we'll share that another day. But yeah, so she was like, okay, and yeah, I mean, it did work, and I did start to see like progress, like with how quickly I could go in between shaving. I mean, even now, like I can go about 3-4 days between shaving, which before I had to shave like every single day, and I was like dying.
I can never.
Yeah,
like, you would know.
But because it made my leg hair a little lighter, and there's definitely less hair, but I mean, there's still a lot of hair where I still have to shave, so worth it. I think I want to go back. I'm gonna look on Groupon and see if I can find anything else. But
yeah, that would be a journey. That'd be a fun little thing to do. I see people do like vlogs and stuff when they get like laser hair removal on bikini waxes and Brazilians and stuff like that to show people the experience or whatnot. I mean, I feel like I'm the worst example to do it, but
the first couple treatments didn't hurt. But I remember there was one treatment. I think it was like treatment 3 in the beginning before the pandemic, where the follicles were starting to die. I felt it a little bit. No, it's a couple spots. I was like,
really?
Also, you know what? You can't go over tattoos. So the part
Are your tattoos hairy?
My tattoos are hairy, girl. And they'll always be hairy. Like, even if I went to, like, all 6 sessions, like, you can't go over tattoos. So I have a huge thigh tattoo and a tattoo on my ankle. And she had to put, like, tape around it.
That's good to know. Luckily, where I got my tattoos don't really have hair, so that's good.
Don't get a leg piece between now and laser hair.
I would never actually, to begin with, completely off topic. I think I would do my arm and my back before I would do my legs.
Well, you're going to need to get laser on your back first.
I swear to God, Megan. I swear to God.
It's too early for this shit. So anyway, we have a couple topics we want to vent about. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with the Bryce one because it's fresh on my mind and it literally just happened this morning.
Oh, the one that I have with Michael, or the kids asking for stuff last minute, is what I also have from this morning.
Girl, I freaking can't. So Bryce is, and you are my witness, anyone who's been in a our with Bryce is the worst backseat driver the kid's for.
The worst. Like,
he is so my mother, our other son's 11, and ever since he was about like 7-8 years old, like, I've been, me and my anxiety, I've been preparing him for like the rules of the road.
Yeah.
The stuff that you should know that they don't teach you in driving school, plus like the actual, like what the sign does, like the passing lane, whatever. And so passing lane being the topic, Michael and I talk about it all the time. If you're going slower, get out of the left lane. The left lane's only for passing. You don't hang out in the left lane unless you're passing cars, whatever. So I'm in the right lane, girl, all the way in the right, driving to your house this morning. And Bryce in the backseat, he goes, Mommy? I'm like, yes. And he's like, why are you just hanging out in the passing lane? And I look at him and I'm like, first of all, I'm in the right lane. That's not the passing lane. And you're not driving. Hush.
How many times do I have to tell him you're not driving? No, I don't tell him you're not driving. I tell him, do you want to drive?
Or he'll be like, what scares me is like, I'll be like, blah, 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 and he'll be like, go. Because he'll see like the next light over turn green. And I'm like, I can't go. Or like the light will turn green, but I'm like 6 cars behind.
Yeah. Bryce.
And they all haven't started going yet. He's like, go, it's green. And I'm like, I can't go. There's 17 cars in front of me.
That child be driving me crazy when he's in the backseat. I need to like block something so he can't see the view. Because I'll be driving Megan's car, and Bryce is like, the light is green, and I'm like, the light is green for the other people. And I'm like trying to like fight with a 4-year-old, and I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Or he'll be like, when we're picking up Michael, and he's like, you need to put the lights on. You need to put the sign on. You need to go forward. I'm like, Bryce, do you want to drive?
I know.
Be quiet.
He'll be like, no, I'm only 4.
I know.
Like, today we were driving, and I take the same way to your house every day. And we were driving, and he goes, are you sure this is the way to Tiffany's house? And I was like, I've only been making this drive for a year and a half, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then actually, low-key, like, I was like, damn, did I take the right way? And I'm
No,
like,
no,
wait
you're
a minute,
second
he's
guessing
hard,
yourself.
yes. Like,
But
I
he can. I
am.
know he can tell. Like he knows. Like we'll pass by certain things, and he's like, "Oh, we're going to your house," and I'm like, "Yeah,"
Mhm.
and I'm like, "Uh huh."
Just kind of caught me off guard because I'm like, am I going the right way? And I was like, wait a minute, yes, Megan, you're the adult. You are. So,
That reminds me of one time I had Michael in the car with me. I'm pretty sure it was Michael. It wasn't Bryce. And we were going somewhere. We were going to Publix or something, and I got cut off. And it was like a cut off. Like I had to slam my brakes and everything. It was very noticeable. And Michael's in the back. He's like, "Come on, are you serious?"
That's something
And
Bryce would say.
I was like, "Michael, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal." I'm like, "Why are you yelling at the car?" And I said nothing. And he's like, "That car just cut you off. Are you not going to do anything?" And I was like, "No." And that's what I was trying to explain to him, even though I'm such a bad person of doing this. And I'm like, "You never know if they're like rushing or they have to go to the hospital or something." And I was like, "Just give them some grace and go." And then other days, I'm saying explicit words, but I was just like, "Who is this child in the back? Oh, come on." Like if he could have like jumped over me and honked the horn, I'm sure he would have.
Oh, yeah. That's Bryce, too. He'll be like, is this traffic? He's like, I hate afternoon traffic. And I'm like, what
He tells me that too. Bryce is always hating traffic. I'm like, for what? All you're gonna do is go to sleep.
I know. He loathes traffic.
Yeah,
Okay.
as soon as we get on the interstate, Bryce is like, "Oh no, traffic!" And I'm like, "Why do you care?"
That kid is a trip.
I can't with him.
I really can't with him either. Like he's just at that age. He's hilarious.
I can't with these kids being backseat drivers.
So what happened this morning with Michael?
Oh my goodness. So Michael wears a uniform to school. He goes to a charter school. And he was not in uniform when I was taking him this morning.
Oh.
It's dress down day.
Exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, he was telling me in the car yesterday about dress down day.
Well, guess what? No one was talking to me about it. So he's in his uniform. Mind you, I'm like half awake, half asleep, getting ready. And
he said he was going to talk to you about it.
Yeah, he talked to me about it at 7:00 in the morning as we were out the door. He's like, "Hey, can you go get $1?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
and
so you have to pay $1 at his school.
Yeah,
if
you have to pay
don't want to wear, they take the money and they put it towards the school funds or whatever, so that they can have like parties and stuff for their classrooms and stuff. You could pay $1 and you don't have to wear a uniform.
Yeah, so he was like, "Hey, can you go get $1?" And I was like, "What?" Like that's the first thing he said to me.
Like you guys were already out the door and he was not in uniform?
Like I was grabbing my shoes and my keys and he's like, "Can you get $1?"
Oh.
And I was like, "What?" Oh no, actually I saw him. I looked at him and I was like, "What are you wearing?" And he's like, "Can you get $1?" That was the first thing he said. And that threw me off and I was like, $1? And he was like, "Yeah." From like in there and like pointed to my room. And I was like, what? And I was like, "Michael, I don't have $1." And he's like, "Are you sure it's not in there?" And like kept pointing to the room for some reason. And I was like, "Michael, I don't have $1." He's like, "What about your purse?" And I was like, "I don't have any cashes." I was like, I even showed him. I was like, "It's a small wallet that literally only holds my cards." And he's like, "Well, where do you have $1?" And I was like, "When did you talk to me about this?" And he's like, "I didn't." And he's like, "But I did talk to Daddy about it." And I was like, "And when did Daddy tell you?" And he was like, "I have to earn $1." And I was like, "So did you earn the $1?" And he just stares at me. And I was like,
I have to earn $1.
"Why are you like bringing this up to me?" And I was like, "If you had like this like prior like commitment with Daddy that you were like gonna earn the $1 so that you can get it," I was like, "and you apparently didn't earn it because you don't have $1. You're just asking me for the $1 just to give it to you."
You know what I love?
And then he just looks at me and he's like, "I'll go change."
Really? So he wore a uniform?
Yeah, because I legitimately, even if I was like, this one time I'll give you the $1.
Money? He has money here.
He doesn't have money. Well, he has like coins and stuff, but he doesn't want to go through it. He doesn't want to use it.
He could have used his own damn $1.
He doesn't like using his own money.
I know, trust that's
he gets mad all the time when we tell him to use his money. He's like, "Why do I have to use my money?" I'm like,
why do you have to use my money? Yeah. This whole like, girl, that's a whole, I mean, that one's not even on the point list. But anyway, I'm gonna go there too. Anytime we're at a gas station, Target, Walmart, he's like, "Can I get a drink? Can I get a snack? Can I get a Gatorade? Can I get this?" And at this point, it's like, I'm not getting you a drink I don't even get a drink every single time we go.
Yeah. Especially we're like 5 minutes away from the house.
Yeah. And I need a drink. I need this. I need that. And I'm like, no. Like, if you want something, go buy it. You have money. I don't have any money. I'm like, earn some money. Do something. Earn some money.
And he doesn't like that. When we say earning, he's like, "Why do I have to earn it?" I'm like, "Michael,
because
no
I
one's
have to earn it."
Yeah, I tell him all the time. I was like, "We don't just get money thrown at us. Like, we're working for our money." I'm like, why can't you do anything to earn it? Like, he got offered freaking $100 to freaking rake the leaves, and he's like, I don't want to have to do that.
I told Mike I would do it, and I was like, I'll send Travis over here. He'll rake the leaves for $100. That's a good deal.
I know. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, even like for earning $1, it would have been a small thing that he had to do, but just the thought of him having to do something, he's like, no.
He doesn't want to spend his own money. He'll take his money. He has money at my house. He has like a couple dollars, and I tell him all the time, I'm like, if you want to buy something from the store, bring your money and let's go. Or if you don't have enough money and you want to buy something that's more money, or earn more money.
Yeah.
Like, do something. Say, Mommy, what can I want $10. What can I do to get $10? I'll find something for you to do. But he thinks literally, he's like, well, you got money in your bank account. I'm like, how do you think it got there?
I know.
Like, girl, that is a whole different podcast. I could go on for like an hour.
But he did ask me one time when we went to the Walmart neighborhood market over here, trying to get his Hawaiian punch because he wanted to make that Fortnite drink, and that was the only place that had it. He's like, why can't I just get a job at Walmart, like the neighborhood Walmart? And I was like, because you have to be like 16, like someone has to watch over you. And he's like, you can come and watch me. And I'm like, you think I'm gonna spend my day watching you so you can make money? I'm like, are you gonna give me some of that money? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what? He's like, you have to watch me because you're the adult. And I'm like, so I'm going to take you to work, watch you. You're going to make money, and then I don't even get anything out of it. And he just like looked at me, and I was like, this is why you can't have a job at 11. Like, no. It's a no.
I told Bryce, I'm not going to say the company or anything, but Bryce, we had a company reach out that needed Bryce for a campaign that we shot a couple weeks ago. And I told Bryce, because it was for kids, VPK age, and Michael's. I told him that since Bryce was working, I was going to give Bryce some of, we split everything 50-50 that we do. It doesn't matter, if there's kids in the campaign or whatever. If name Mom's Tampa's on it, we split it 50-50. So my half, I was going to take a little portion of it and give it to Bryce, let him buy something. Because, he worked in the campaign. Yeah. And Michael's like, that's not fair. And I'm like, when a campaign comes around, and you want to shoot some stuff, I'll do the same thing for you. He's like, but what if I don't want to do it? And I'm like, then you're not getting paid. You're going to do it for free because I want the money. No, I was kidding. I'm just kidding. But, yeah. So, I don't know.
I think that's completely fair to when the kids are doing campaigns to put the money aside and be like, hey, you earned it. You worked for it. You did, what was needed. You can have this money. But yeah, Michael, I mean, that is going to be a whole nother topic. He's at the state age right now that he's just like, I don't want to have to work for money. So him just casually here waiting until I'm about to get in the car. Like, I guess he thought I had like $1 in my purse or in the car that he could just ask for it, even though he knew that he was supposed to earn the $1 anyways.
I love that for him.
And I was just going to like hand it to him. And I was like, broski. And then he had to change his uniform. I was like annoyed with me. And I was like, don't you dare start your day like this.
That's like the same thing with like TikToks and stuff. Like, he's always asking, because Bryce loves doing TikToks. He loves being like, he was on our podcast. Like, he loves coming in here and just like, hey. So he'll ask to be in TikToks, or if I ask him, hey, you want to be in this TikTok? He's always like, yeah, sure. Michael's like, I want to be in your TikToks. And I'm like, okay, so we'll do a TikTok. And, it's not right the first time because a lot of times it's not. And we have to reshoot things a couple times. And he's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm like, and that's why I don't ask you to be in the TikToks because.
Yeah, we're not gonna force him.
Yeah, we don't force our kids. If they don't want to do it, then they don't want to do it.
That's why we pretend to be the kids too sometimes.
For the people who think that we force our kids to be in TikToks, if they want to be in it and they feel like shooting it, that's fine. But I'm also not gonna.
Those are the same people who get upset with us when they're like, "Why are the kids never in the videos?" I'm like, because if they don't want to be, they're not. And guess what? This week they did it.
I know this week they didn't want to. So.
And again, I mean, reminding people that it's the Moms of Tampa, not the
Kids of Tampa, which is also coming soon. Maybe, who knows? Maybe.
Girl, I was hating you. I can't with you.
Why can't I be the one that hits you?
Because you're not gonna know. Are you looking at the time?
Yeah, I am.
We have to do like a break every like 30 minutes before the camera resets itself. So I try to hit Megan to let her know when we're stopping. But this girl's hitting me back, so I can't with her.
And speaking of the kids, so Michael's in 5th grade. Okay. And we are at a point in technology where I feel like, why is he still doing projects on trifold posters? Because first of all, you can't find him anywhere. 2,
I found 2.
I know. And it took, guys, he's had 2 projects back to back. First of all, could have been a PowerPoint. Could have easily been a PowerPoint. done it on a computer.
But you have to have the kids use their like hands and like create stuff, because if that kid could do everything on the computer, he would.
But don't we all do everything on the computer though? Like in work and everything? Like no one does freaking trifold.
I can like write on a notebook and stuff and we don't have an issue. He might like die of an anxiety attack if he has to write in a notebook. Like he thinks it's so old and thinks it's so like archaic to use a pen to a paper. That it's just like, we still do that. Yeah, most of the stuff we do is on the computer, granted, but like we still use, like we have a pen and paper in front of us right now. God forbid we asked Michael to do this. He would be like, why? Like, why do I have to do this? Man, I messed it up again. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I love that for you. I feel like, we're, the purpose of school is to not train them, educate them so that they can be successful working adults, right? Mm-hmm. The way we're going, by the time he graduates, no one's gonna be doing anything like that. So, like, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, he had a trifold thing, and, girl, I looked at Target. Target didn't have any. Publix said they had one. I ordered groceries from Publix.
Specifically to get the trifold?
Just to get the trifold, because I haven't been able to find them anywhere. I looked at, Winn-Dixie. I looked at Dollar General. I looked at, like, a lot of... I live in the middle of nowhere, so I don't really have a lot of options. The only time I get to go to Target is if I'm up here by Tiffany.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't find it. Publix said that they had it. They didn't have it. Another Publix said that they didn't have it. Ordered $35 worth of groceries just so I can have my groceries delivered, and the person was like, yeah, we don't have it.
But you ate those groceries, didn't you?
Of course I did. Tampa, my husband ate those groceries for sure. So went all the way to freaking Walmart, found a poster board. And it was just...
I forget you did get the first poster board.
I did. I got the first poster board. They only had one in white, which is the color that he said he wanted. And then they were like, okay, well, we need another one. And I was like, Tiffany, that's your week, girl.
I know. You gave me like a 2-week notice and everything to let me know to find it. I waited till the day before and I found 2. But they did say that they're like running short on it for some reason, whether it has to do with shipping issues or whatnot.
But I'm like, okay, so my issue is with this project that he's doing.
Which one?
The gravity one.
Oh, the science one. Okay.
It can be on a PowerPoint. And then we wouldn't have to be, we wouldn't have to be spending money on these boards. Because what's going to happen when the board comes home?
Throw it away.
We're going to throw it in the garbage.
Or
we're not going to keep it.
Save it and reuse it.
Just pop it off.
Yeah, like what we need to start doing is be like, don't use glue, Michael. Use like tape or use like little sticky things. And then we can take it off and just reuse it.
But then we're still using paper. We're still using supplies. And it's like, you could literally do this on a computer PowerPoint, still have to use your head and, research and all the same things that you would have to do without writing it on a piece of paper. Just literally put it on there. We could submit it, make sure it actually gets to class, doesn't get ruined.
But what if it's like if it's like a thing where like all the students have to show it and you go around and like look at it, kind of like when they do like a art fair or something like that, where like you walk around, like whether you're grading it or whatever to see how creative they are, the information or whatnot. Can't really have like 20 PowerPoints in the gym.
Sure you can.
How?
He's had in his teacher's class, the one that he's doing the project for now, he's had 2 other presentations that he's had to do this year, but he had the option to do it on PowerPoint.
Those are typically when you're presenting in front of a classroom, though. Like, if this is, like, an art
like
fair
a science fair kind of thing?
Yeah, science fair, that's what I meant. Like, where you have to be, like, in a gym, and maybe there's, like, several grades in a row, and then you're not going to have 20 computers in there.
Yeah, science fair, I understand. But the one that he did for English, that wasn't science fair.
No, that was
could have been a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
The one that he's doing now is not for science fair. It could be a PowerPoint.
Mike went bougie with the English one because he had glossy paper and he tried to make it look like, like we took the photo, like Michael took the photos himself of the lady.
That's more than I did.
Girl, that must have been like $10 or $20 for all that ink that we wasted. Yeah, because those photos are huge.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying is like that could have been a PowerPoint. Saved our ink, our, whatever. Like that shit's expensive.
It's just like
and then to do freaking like 15 of them a year. Like, could you imagine if he didn't have the option to do PowerPoint on the first like 3? How much ink? Because I know when he had his project for Black History Month, he did it on Loretta Scott King. I had to print pictures for that, and I ran out of ink.
Did you?
Yeah. Like,
ink is expensive too.
And I'm just like, damn, like this could have been a PowerPoint.
I can't with you. This could have been a memo. This could have been an email.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why? Why not? Because when he gets to a corporate job, they're not going to be like, okay, for your job today, guys. Get a trifold. Like, no, you're going to be, if you're doing a presentation, you're going to be doing that shit on a PowerPoint.
I feel like I would have enjoyed my corporate job if they allowed me to do a trifold rather
Girl,
than
I can't with
the
you.
fucking Excel sheets
But
and documents
if you
I had
learned
to do.
how to do that in school, it would have been second nature to you. Like, you had to learn to do that, like, as an adult.
To learn how to do presentations and stuff?
Yeah.
No, you learn that in school.
Well, I didn't learn that shit in school.
Did you take electives and stuff in school?
Yeah.
What type of electives did you take?
I took band, and I took orchestra, and I
Okay,
took
that's
Spanish,
probably the
and I
reason
took
you-
typing, and I took but oh my god, and I took volleyball. I didn't even
As
pick
an
volleyball.
elective?
Girl, I did not pick that one single time. But my mom, I think we've had this discussion before. My mom was always that mom that never turned in my elective paper, so I didn't get first choice. So I always just got like kind of like the leftovers.
Why was your mom choosing your electives?
She had to sign the paper. I chose the electives. Then I gave the paper to my mom for her to sign, and I had to bring it back to school.
That's why I memorized my mom's signature so that whenever I did forget, I would just sign it myself. I don't remember if my mom had to sign the signature or the electives or not. But girl, when you had the option to take electives, I didn't. You don't take like band or volleyball.
I didn't get to really choose. And again, I went to so many different schools where, I mean, literally my last year of 8th grade, I went to 3 different middle schools.
Really? All in Spring Hill?
That's not true. It was 2. It was 2 my 8th grade year. Yeah, the last 9 weeks I went is when I moved to Spring Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just got thrown in whatever they had room in. You know what I mean? So,
girl, I think the electives was my favorite part of like getting to pick my classes and stuff because I took computer graphics. That's how I learned to build everything. That's how I fell in love with doing computer work. ROTC was a thing that I did. What were the other electives? Like I tried to do the most unique electives, and all of my courses, I was fighting like hell to try to make sure I could graduate high school while getting my associates. Because if you did dual enrollment and stuff like that, you can do that. So I took a bunch of dual enrollment classes. So I was young in a college course and stuff like that to try to learn everything. So yeah, as soon as I was out, I wasn't struggling. The only thing that I do wish that I'm glad that they're doing in Florida right now is requiring the kids to learn how to do like taxes and stuff, the finance stuff.
mm-hmm.
That is the one thing that I'm just like, that's a good thing to incorporate.
I know,
because
I wish I had that when I was younger.
I'm 27 and I'm just like, I don't know shit about shit or jack about shit.
Girl, could you imagine if we knew how to do taxes right now, especially right now?
I don't know how to do taxes.
Self-employed business owners right now, and we don't know how to do our damn taxes.
Don't understand like stocks and stuff like that when people talk about it. I'm like, I don't get anything about that. Anything that has to do with like money and finances, and to be honest, anything math related, it's just such a struggle for me. And I wish, I could have learned it a lot younger, because now at this point, even if someone was like, hey, Tiffany, I could help you, it'd be like, I'm too old for this. Like, I'm at the point now that I'm making enough money that I could just have someone else do it for me.
That's true. I was talking to Travis about that earlier, and he's like, because this year, full disclosure, we're making a lot more money than we did last year.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot more money. And Travis is like, are you guys going to pay somebody? And I was like, yeah.
100%.
Like, we are, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there's way too many variables at this point, and I am too pretty to go to jail for IRS issues. It's a no for me. I don't know how they do those things, but I do see so many reality TV people, personalities, influencers, or whatnot who don't understand. Yeah, they don't understand money. They don't take it seriously. They don't understand that you're supposed to put money aside, and then you see them on the news that they're like owing hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes.
Pay their taxes.
Yeah, like it's a no for me.
Yeah,
you need to be smart with your money. I'm not about to be on the news. No, thank you.
Same. No, we're really good with that. We always put at least 30% away.
Speaking of that, I just brought up influencers, and you had here venting about influencers.
Yes. So, oh my gosh, without saying any names, of course. Oh, you messed up.
I know. I'm so sorry. This happens all the time. We need new microphones. So every single time you see us, like,
is it the microphones stuff, or is it the headphones?
I'm so sorry. It's headphones. I don't even know what I'm talking about. No, I need to go back to bed.
Headphones picked out. So people, we get asked, to hang out with other influencers who are in the same niche as us, and some that are not, just in parenting in general, or just other women influencers.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I know, I could see you. You're like, I need to say words in a certain way.
And I do want to talk about it because it is something that does really bother me and us together. So being in the influencer world, you see a lot of stuff behind the scenes that normal people don't really notice. The viewers don't get to see.
Yeah.
And I would just like to say we were helped out when we first started by an influencer. I don't know if you guys follow her or not. Her name's Darren Nicole. On TikTok, she was amazing to us. She was the first person who really took a chance with us and hung out with us and really just gave us amazing advice.
Yeah.
like completely changed around a lot of platforms for us with the advice she gave us.
Yes, she's a very great, positive person to look to if you're trying to become a content creator and influencer. And she's just so helpful and
So helpful.
doesn't try to take anything for it and just wants to genuinely help people become successful for themselves. And you don't see that a lot.
Yes, she's very kind, very sweet. Just a very nice woman. Helped us out and gave us a lot of advice. And me, I have the mentality of, someone helped us, so I want to help other
Pay
people.
it forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've had influencers reach out to us. And I will say, I don't mind helping people. If people come to me as an influencer and say, hey, how do you grow on Instagram? Hey,
Yes, ma'am.
how do you do this? And come at me like I want help. Don't come at me pretending to be my friend and saying that you want to be friends with me.
Yeah.
And then, because for example, without saying a name, we had some influencers who came at us and was like, hey, I want to collab with you guys. You guys seem like so much fun. Let's be friends. Let's exchange numbers. Trying to build a friendship with me. And I thought it was going to be a genuine friendship. Like, oh, and I even told you, like, hey, these girls, they want to get to know us, blah, blah, blah. We can all hang out. Maybe they can come down here. We can go up there, plan something out, whatever. And they came at me trying to be friends. And that's what I thought it was. And, I've said a million times on here, we don't have a lot of friends in the social media world. We don't have a lot of friends in general, just that have kids.
Yeah.
And so they have kids. And I was like, it'd be really awesome. I'm getting all these ideas, like content-wise and stuff. And they started asking questions about social media, which I had no problem answering. And I was like, yeah. And I really just like gave them a million tips and tricks. And then once their accounts blew up, they stopped talking to us.
I know. We like stopped hearing from them and everything. It
like
was
literally just nothing. It was crickets, like night and day. And I'm like I gave out my personal number. I gave them all of, anything I could, shouted them out on social media anytime I saw them live.
Yeah.
Anytime I just really, really, really helped them. And then as soon as they kind of got the information they wanted from us, they stopped talking to us.
Yeah.
And that really freaking sucked. And it's happened. It's happened again.
Yeah.
This for a second time now. And it's like, I have no problem sharing the information. I really don't. That's not what it's about. It's about come at me as a person and be like, hey, I'm an influencer. Help me. Don't come at me trying to make a fake friendship just to get information out of me. Like, that's not right. Come to me as an influencer and asking me for stuff. And then just be like, hey, it's completely business. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't come at me as a friend and making a fake friendship with me to extract information out of me and then...
Yeah, there's definitely two ways to go about it. You can, just simply ask for information. We talk about all the time of how we earn money, where we earn money, how we do what we do to help those who want to be in a similar position. But when you do try to create friendships in the social media world, it's difficult because you don't, obviously, a lot of drama is thrown all into the public eye and you don't want that. But you do want a friendship that is authentic. We're busy all the time. I mean, I forget to text or call people half the time, but always remembering to at least send a message of just checking up on someone, seeing how they're doing, if they need help. I know you had said that when Darren got stuck with the car seats in the airport, you just offered to bring them over to her at 11 o'clock at night. It was nothing social media related or influencer related. It was just a friend trying to help a friend. Yeah.
Genuine friends, behind the scenes. It wasn't something I posted on social media and tagged her and was like, hey, Darren, if you need, I sent her a private message and was like, hey, I see you're struggling. Do you want me to run by your house? We live 40 minutes from each other. And she was literally having the worst week of her life.
I
was
know.
Say, hey, do you want to go pick up your car seat and drop them off at the airport? And she said no, but
it's just making that attempt of just checking in. Realistically, yes, people can't talk all the time. You can't have a friendship that's super clingy, but at least if you are going to create a friendship with influencers, don't try to just use them. And it's a very complex environment to be in of trying to trust people, of whether they're trying to be your friend or whether they're just trying to use you for certain reasons. Because at the end of the day, when we're meeting people on social media or stuff, we're not asking oh, how many followers do you have, or how are you going to benefit us so we can grow? If you want to be friends with us, we don't care if you have 0 followers or whatnot. That it shouldn't be about that. And some people do make it I mean, you had a situation not too long ago, or it was probably a long time ago, of someone who wouldn't do anything with you because you didn't have enough followers.
Girl,
And
don't
then
even get
when
me
we
started.
grew and had a bunch of followers is when she wanted to actually interact with you.
Then she was messaging us like all the time.
Yeah.
And
And
I
it
was
was
just
just
like, I don't know if she remembers
I don't think so.
that that's actually me, but I started a mom page a long time ago, like before Tiffany and I were even talking. Like I think it was when I first became a stay-at-home mom, or maybe it was in the beginning of I think it was when I first became a stay-at-home mom.
Mhm.
And I had reached out to this woman and wanted to be friends because she lived in the Tampa Bay area, and she flat out told me that like I didn't have enough followers or whatever. And so pan forward to where we are now, we were still smaller. I think we had like 20,000 followers on Instagram, but she was like,
she was hitting us up
all the time. And I was just like, girl, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
I'm the same girl that you told, no, a long time ago. So no, girl, I don't want to hang out with you. You're not my kind of people.
No, I agree. Like even when I was doing the beauty thing, TRV Beauty, there was other influencers that I wanted to meet and kind of like collab with, and they wouldn't even bat an eye because I didn't have the same numbers as they did. And it sucked because it shouldn't have been about numbers. Like I just wanted friends who were basically doing the same thing that I was doing so that, someone would understand. And now that we're doing Moms of Tampa and it's blowing up, they're like, are the same people who are following us. And they're like, we love you guys. And it's like, I would have loved to be friends with you, but like, why are you talking to me now? Like, why wouldn't you talk to me before?
It's sad, and it makes like everyone who comes at me now asking for advice, it makes me kind of second guess it.
Same.
And I'm like, it makes you not want to help.
Like
or just give like the basic advice, because it's like, are you really trying to be my friend or are you just trying to use me again?
Yeah, like be honest if you're just asking for information, but don't try like to be a fake friend. And like, it's so hard because you meet so many people and you like their personalities, and it's like, I'd love to be friends with you, but it's like what type of circle do you have around you? Are you an authentic circle? Are you just, trying to create people who can help you get higher views? Like, what is this? Like, I would like to make friends with people on social media and stuff like that who will do TikToks with us sometimes, will also just hang out with us and not have to do anything social media related.
I don't want to hang out with you every single time and you're like, as soon as we get there, like, okay, let's do TikToks.
Yeah. Like, girl, we're not just hanging out just so you can get, like, views and stuff. Like, sometimes I just want to hang out, vent, have a drink, and not, like, have to be like, oh, we have to post and let people know we're together. Like, we don't have to do that. I just want to have fun.
Yes, exactly. Same.
So.
And the people who want to hang out with us just so they can get content. And I understand, like, what's crazy, too, is a lot of these friendships and stuff kind of are, like, business-based. I've seen that, too. Like,
girl, you had people thinking on live yesterday that we were business-based, that we had a contract to be friends together.
I know. That was
and they they were like, that's really sad that you guys have a contract just to be friends. And I was like, she was joking, guys.
It was a joke. I was saying
this is why Megan can't be saying things.
A little bit of context about that. I think I said on the podcast, the one that was posted last week, we're filming these back to back because we're kind of behind.
Yes.
I'm sick. Well, I'm recovering from being sick. So I was saying that, I still came to work even though I was sick.
Oh, because it was in your contract.
Because it was in my contract that I wasn't allowed to have a day off, is what I said.
Girl,
it was a joke.
They took that full stream.
People really did. People will take anything and run with it. And they're like, I thought you guys were authentic. This breaks my heart. And I was like, it was literally a joke. Like, I was saying I wasn't taking the day off because, like,
I mean, we joke it all the time. Like when I sent you your tax information for Moms of Tampa, you were like, "Thanks, boss."
I know. it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just forget. Like sometimes you just can't. I mean, some people understand and they know, but then you get the new people on there. Like I think that girl who said that, she was like, she had just found our page yesterday.
New, yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, but it was a joke.
But I'm sure a
lot of people think that our friendship's fake. So I do kind of play off that. But
a lot of people assume, like, you see so many clicks and stuff on social media. Like, you see similar people who hang out all the time. And you have to sit back and think, like, are they authentically friends where they do hang out all the time and just happen to do social media here and there together? Or are these people who simply only hang out for social media and, like, once the cameras are off, like, they're, like, GTFO somewhere else? Because I've heard stories from people. We obviously don't share any type of stuff that was, shared to us privately, but I've heard stories where people say, like, they've gone and done, like, TikTok meetups, and, like, there's girls who would, like, be happy and giddy and hugging you when you were filming, and then as soon as the cameras were off, didn't say a word.
Or as soon as you get there, like, they would go to, like, these girls' weekends and stuff, and it was literally just, like, we need to be doing TikToks. We need to be doing TikToks. Yeah. And I'm like, if I'm here on a girls' weekend, like, yes, you're there with a bunch of TikTokers or with your influencers. Of course, you're there to get content, but damn,
Yes.
girl, I'm on vacation.
But it's
like,
not
I don't
all
wanna,
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get to know you girls and have a good time and actually, get to know you, not just smile, pose, TikTok, yes, and then leave not knowing anything about those people, but they're in all your videos and people are assuming that you're friends.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why probably people think that we're just doing it like when the cameras are on and then we're off. We're like just back in our own personal lives, which is why when I say if you guys catch us out all over Tampa, like we're genuinely are together and do stuff together, both on and off camera. Like that's how we want all of our relationships and friendships to be, where we can do both. But no, it's not just for TikTok and social media. Like we're still laughing and giggling and being stupid, and Megan still says the things that make it really awkward on and off camera.
Yeah, that's not for the camera. Like that's me and Lily.
That unfortunately is real life, guys.
That's one thing, about us that I really think is great is we are 100%, especially me, 100% authentically ourselves. Like me, the stupid shit that I say, that's just me every single day, all day. Like at my son's meetings with school, like I just can't help it. Like I will literally die if I can't hold stuff in. I'm working on it, but
that's why I'm like,
I will explode and die.
If y'all ever see us out, y'all should just give a minute and just watch us, and you're gonna hear something messed up come out of our mouth or something, and then you're just gonna realize that.
We got a special guest again. We're gonna take a quick pause. Sorry, we had a little person come in.
We had Iron Man come in.
We had Iron Man. Yeah.
I'm not caring at all that we're doing podcasts because he's gonna be Iron Man today.
We usually try to film our podcasts like while the kids are in school, but since we're behind a week, we have to try to like squeeze them in, and it's right before Bryce is about to go to school. So
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, all 100% authentically ourselves.
I was saying that people should be taking a minute when they see us like out and about and just seeing like how we interact, because like yesterday when that lady had saw us, like we were trying on clothes over our clothes and dropping
like trying on these like really tight tank tops like over our clothes, like literally like not in a dressing room, like we were just like out in the open.
Yeah, well, we're out in the open. I threw my purse on the floor because I had nowhere else to put it. Megan's trying to like dangle her phone on the racks of clothes, and then we're trying on clothes, and then someone comes around and was like, are you guys the mom? Yeah,
we're like,
I was like, damn. I was trying to like low key take that tank top off, but like that's how we are. Like
we're like a size too small. We look like sausages. It was amazing. Shout out to you, girl.
It doesn't change. It's just our whole dynamic. We just happen to be filming it, and that's the type of people that we want around us.
Yeah, because there are people who, I mean, I've seen it firsthand, who act a certain way in front of the camera, and then in person, they're different. We are not that way, unfortunately. No. There are times that I wish we were a little more professional and would tighten it up, but I just can't help it.
I know.
100% authentically ourselves. I don't know. It's just hard. So when people message us and they're like, oh, you should collab with X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to flat out and be like,
no.
We actually don't associate with them. But yeah, it's hard to find people that generally want to collab with you. Like we've done videos with Darren. Darren's amazing. We love her. She's great. We've done videos with a couple other influencers. But again, we're not trying to get in the drama either.
Yeah, the influencer world is crazy. I mean, I even sometimes don't like saying that I'm an influencer because I feel it's just like such a negative connotation. I'll say content creator, and then I'm like, damn, that sounds embarrassing too. And I'm like, I'm just gonna, we do, and then I can't say we do videos for a living because that also sounds wrong. So it's like, I don't know what to say. But I definitely don't want to be in that stigma of an influencer because of all the stuff that happens. I want to be like a healthier look at that. We're doing healthy co-parenting and maybe like a healthier version of being a content creator and influencer. Just because I think that's what the world needs, especially with all these influencers that do have a massive following. Like you can,
and then you're associated with them. Like you do one video with them, like the first time you meet them, and then they get into some kind of shit, and you're like, oh well, they're friends with you know, and it's like, no, we're not. I mean, we're friendly, but I've only met them once, and then it's like. But then you go on live and you say that and you're like, oh, you're a clout chaser because you were in their video. And girl, I can't. Like, it's so hard. So we kind of just like stick to ourselves.
I know. I just think the community as a whole just needs to present themselves a little better. When you deal with like that drama and stuff, like take that off of social media. Those are real people's lives that you're dealing with. Go handle that privately.
I know. I cannot.
That seems childish to me. Like I would never, even if I didn't like someone, I wouldn't take it to social media. I would maybe discuss it in private, or I mean, even at this point with how old I am, I think I would just cut my losses and be like, we're just not the same type of.
But then you have those people who get off on that, and so they be out there throwing your name around or sending like subliminal videos and stuff about you where people can figure out it's you, and it's like you're the higher person and you're going to take the high road, but then
I wouldn't even care, girl. We got people who comment on us. Like, when we're on lives and people are saying stuff over and over, and I read the comments and, like, all of our moderators say, like, block them. I'm like, I'm not blocking them because I'm not even giving them the time of day. I'm going to pretend like that comment isn't even there.
No,
like,
I'm talking about influencers.
Samesies. Like, if you want to say that you don't like me or have something, like, that's on you. I can't change your viewpoint or whatever, and I'm not going to sit here and try to defend myself on it. I know how I feel about the situation or whatnot, and that's like all that matters. I'm not going to go ahead and tell a bunch of people like this is my side or this is how I feel about it, because if you aren't a part of it, you shouldn't be knowing what it is.
I just can't stand the people who put everything out there, and it's like, you guys got to have a little, I mean, I understand being transparent, you know, we do a very good job of being transparent and showing our lives and everything, but we, at the end of the day, this is also our real life.
Yeah,
like, this is our family. If Tiffany and I ever get into a fight, you guys will not know about it.
Yeah,
me and her husband get into a fight, or her and my husband, or our husbands are fighting, y'all will not know about it.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's not like the public isn't a part of it, and that's just how
the people who throw their spouses or whatever under, or their friends or whatever, like, that'll never be us. I'm sorry, but you got to have, and it just makes it, I don't know, like, that we are, and I know people will be like, oh, well, you should show that side, like, we are as authentic as it gets. Like, and this is our real life. So this is what we have to do to protect our real life. And
I mean, we've even said we're not going to sit here and say like we don't argue. Megan and I have not argued, but like have disagreed on stuff.
Yeah.
But like we can tell you like how to repair disagreements when you have with people, or how we solved it. We're not going to sit here and tell you what the actual subject of the disagreements are.
Tiffany did this
because it's not worth it. Yeah, like, and then people want to hear that, and it's like, but you need to mind your business. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we have a platform that we do. Like, it does nothing to help you positively, and all we're going to do is try to help people positively. So I will tell you how to help someone when you go through a disagreement. But I'm not going to tell you what the disagreement is about.
Yeah, and then all they're going to do is take sides and be like, oh, well, Megan was right, or oh, Tiffany was right about this, and Megan should, and you know what I mean? Like, that's not going to do anything but tear us even further apart. We can help you and tell you what we did to repair our relationship and stuff, but we're not going to tell you the dirty details of our laundry, because it's not going to help you. It's none of your business. And I feel like if a lot more influencers and people had that mentality, it would be a lot healthier out there.
Yes,
but the people like the drama, and they get views and stuff, and I mean, if that's how you want to have your platform, that's fine, but that'll not be us. You guys will not get that from us, and I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. You just get the embarrassing moments from Megan and the things that she says when she has a microphone in front of her and shouldn't be saying it.
But I feel like we're also entertaining enough where we don't have to do that. No, I mean, is that shady? Is that shady?
No. I talked to my mom yesterday after we got off of the podcast, and she's like, y'all were funny today. And I was like, were we?
I love that podcast yesterday. I thought it was really good. I want to share the video version on our Facebook.
All right. Well, we're going to get off. We have a minute left before the camera starts over again, and we have to take Bryce to school. So thank you guys for joining. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Moms of Tampa, and Facebook, Moms of Tampa Official.
Yes.
And
make sure you help us with a name for our
segment, our positive segment.
Yes. Help us with a name. Message us on Instagram or on Facebook. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just drop it below.
Yes. Follow us on YouTube. Ooh, I'm yelling. I'm so sorry. Follow us on YouTube, Moms of Tampa.
We have a vlog coming out on Friday. We upload on YouTube on Fridays. And that's it.
Yep. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.